dark and difficult times lie ahead. Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy.
One of the things I believe in the most, and one of the things I try to fight for in this channel, is understanding of people's rights. The same rights that are enshrined in the Human Rights Act, the European Convention of Human Rights, and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Unfortunately, we see daily how people's rights are confused for crimes and are infringed upon by the very people who are supposed to be helping us to protect those rights. One of the rights I haven't spoke about much in videos is Article 10 of the Human Rights Act 1998, which is also Article 10 of the European Convention of Human Rights 1950 and Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948. And that is the fundamental right to expression. In other words, to hold your own opinions and to express them freely without government interference. Now, when I say I haven't spoke about this much, I mean in the context that I'm about to. This includes the right to express your views aloud, for example, through public protest and demonstrations, or through published articles, books or leaflets, television or radio broadcasting, works of art, the internet and social media. In fact, equalityhumanrights.com gives a use case example that states, "This right is particularly important for journalists or other people working in the media. They must be free to criticise the government and our public institutions without fear of prosecution. This is a vital feature of a democratic society. But that doesn't prevent the state from imposing restrictions on the media in order to protect other human rights, such as a person's right to respect for their private life." Now, with that in mind and understanding that the police attestation, this is where they're sworn in as police constables, specifically states upholding fundamental human rights and according equal respect to all people. Then how is it so often we see the police failing to do just that? In the following example, you're going to see David Ballantyne from the Guerrilla TV channel. I'm going to pop a link in the description and I'm going to pop it up here, one of these corners as well. He's outside a building, I believe is in Scotland, where he's attempting to speak to some politicians, but is abruptly and rudely interrupted by some police staff who have clearly forgotten their own attestation in order to conjure up a potential crime based on this guy simply trying to practice his human right to expression, which, as I've said, equalityhumanrights.com states is particularly important for journalists and people working in the media, and that they must be free to criticise the government and our public institutions without fear of prosecution. So, with all that said, let's get into this and see just how badly these police staff want to violate David's rights.
Just do online. I'm David Ballantyne.
Hello, David.
And I am on the Guerrilla TV channel. I'm
TV
an online political channel.
Right.
I cover all, both Westminster and thing. It's already up on the internet.
Right.
Certainly not a security risk. I've been about in both Westminster
Right.
and thing with politics.
You're on
Was
to
it
the
Mr. Whiteman that flagged me up as a security
No,
risk?
security at the Parliament. You've been
Right.
spotted on CCTV hanging
Doing
about
what?
the staff entrance.
Oh, this, do you mean here?
And the staff exit up the road there.
No, just
Now, I don't know where this building is, so I'm not able to check. But if the exit and entrance leads out onto a public area, then there is no reason for the police to be involved. The guy is clearly not loitering. They know that because he's told them. Loitering being the act of hanging around somewhere with no real intent or intention of doing anything. But this guy clearly has.
just walked up. I just walked up to see. But as I said, we're a Guerrilla TV channel.
Right,
So
I'm not quite sure what a Guerrilla TV channel is.
no, that's the name of it. The name of it is the Guerrilla TV
what do
channel,
you do,
and we
Guerrilla
cover
TV?
we cover politics and politicians.
Right, so
On
what are you
what
here
do.
specifically today for?
If we can get a politician, we want to have a comment
Right,
with him.
They're not going to get to speak to politics.
Aye.
Because they don't come out this way.
Oh,
They've
they're
told
not?
Me, no.
Well, right, that's fine. Well, obviously I wouldn't flag this up, but if they've got a special entrance, but we will be talking to politicians anyway, officer. So that's what they're there for. They're there to represent us. So that's why we are here to actually hold them to
You're saying
account.
we, it's only you, it's here.
No.
You say we, but there's only you here. Well, clearly there's two people there, first of all. And secondly, why do the police feel that they have to be so petulant? It's almost like they've always got to get one up on the people that they're talking to.
Is there anybody, a particular politician you
we
want
the
to
public,
speak to?
well, we cover all politicians.
Right.
Well, we call politics and all
Are
politicians.
you aware that there's a process you go through to get into
Yeah, they don't do that. They just say they're going to do it and they don't
You're
do
just
it.
going to accost them in the street?
Well, it's not a costing speak to somebody, is
it
it?
kind of is.
No, it's not. That's
they don't want
ridiculous.
Now, this really annoys me. The police staff clearly trying to make an incident out of nothing by claiming he's going to accost the politicians. How many times do we see on the news the reporters chasing politicians down the road or in their car or when they're on their bike, trying to get them to answer questions? Do we ever see the police tell the mainstream media that that's accosting and they're not allowed to do it?
But no. That's because they don't. If they were doing the job properly and they were actually giving the interviews, then we wouldn't be speaking to them and not accosting them. I think that's.
Do you realise there's a way and means you're going around?
Yeah,
interviewing
but they don't do it.
politicians?
I do it my way. That's why it's called the Guerrilla TV channel, not the TV channel.
So
Because
what was your name again?
why would they have to give you my name,
So
officer?
you already gave me your name. So
Well, what's the problem
with
then?
giving me it now?
Well, you've already got it then.
Well, I'm asking you officially.
But I
give me
don't
your
understand
name.
what's the problem.
Right. Don't just put the camera away and just speak it to us, okay?
I want to keep it. I want to keep it.
Do you see what's wrong here? Mr. Police Staff says I'm asking you officially. Well, unless he's committed a crime or you can articulate a crime that he's committed, then it's not really official. And then Miss or Mrs. or Ms. Police Staff in the off camera asks him to turn his camera off. Now I wonder why that is.
We're going to ask you for your details, okay?
Why?
Because
Because
you've been flagged up as a security
For
risk.
security risk for what though?
security
hanging
risk
about the
in the
parliament.
building and outside here.
I've not done anything.
Really?
No, not a thing.
Right, go and give the guy your details.
No.
Right.
If you want to do something, you have to go through my lawyer.
Is that
No, we
right?
don't.
What's your lawyer's name now?
Bulchani.
Oh, is he still alive, is he?
Joe Beltran.
Ah, so the son.
The son?
They've still got one.
Uh-huh.
David, you said
Right.
your name was, eh?
Yeah.
What was your second name, David?
It doesn't matter.
Hey, David, because I've got reason to believe that you're here to cause a disturbance.
I'm not causing the
Right,
disturbance.
I'm going to ask you under section 20 of the Police and Fire Reform Act to move on. If you refuse to move on, you'll be committing an offence.
Well, it doesn't bother me.
Well, David, I don't like the fact that you're doing something that you're allowed to do and I can't do anything about it. So I'm going to make up an incident and force you to move on with threat of arrest if you don't. Don't you realise human rights don't matter to me? I'm a police constable and I can do what the fuck I like.
We're moving on, officer, because I'll still get the interviews anyway,
Perfect.
regardless of what I'm going to do.
No here.
It's all right, just not here. But I've not really caused an offence. Just to put this, I've not caused an
I'm saying
offence.
to
I've
you
not
is-
caused any
what I'm
problem.
saying
That's
to you
that's
No,
not.
what I'm saying to you is-
I'm the independent media's getting harassed by the
You've been
police.
flagged up
I've been
by-
flagged
as a
up.
security risk.
Why?
By
Doing
security
what though? I've
in
not
the
done anything.
Parliament.
I've not
You've
done
been
anything.
Listen to me. You're not giving me a chance to speak.
Right.
You've been spotted on CCTV hanging about entrances to the staff come out and go in, both here and up there.
Hanging
I've
about. I
seen-
told you we're on an online political channel.
Yeah, well, there's nobody here willing to speak to you at this moment.
Ah,
in time.
right, but it's the
Okay?
government. They're meant
What
to be
I'm
held to
asking you
account.
to do, right?
I've
under
not
section-
disagreed with you
under
so far.
Section 20 registration is to move on for here.
Right, so I'm not allowed to take interviews with the politicians. Is that what you're saying?
No,
I'm not
there's
saying
a-
you're
there's
not allowed. I'm
channels to
saying
do
there's
it.
protocols you have to
Channels
go
to do it.
through.
The channels. We already know that they're not doing it through the official channels. That's why we're doing
Okay,
it
you've
this
been
way.
told to
Okay.
move on.
That's
We'll
fine.
move on
That's
just
good. That's
now,
fine.
okay?
That's fine.
Move on.
So this is what happens with the now with the press, the independent press. Thanks very much, officer. That's great. Thanks. Bye. So, again, this is the state. This is almost like the Stalin state that we've got to, where you can't actually get the politicians, independent politicians. You're getting flagged as a security risk for asking them questions. Wow, that is something else. That is unbelievable what is actually happening in the state of our society. Getting flagged. I saw the guy looking at me inside and I literally was sitting on the bench, never said a word. So, and I think it was Andy Whiteman who assaulted me from the Green Party that actually flagged up. I saw him pass a wee note to the security. So,
and I don't.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like the content and you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so. In the description of every video there are some links to ways that you're able to help support the channel so I can continue putting out content. If you're unable to help us in that way, hit that subscribe button up the top there. If you haven't already, become a subscriber. That is support enough. Share the videos, comment, like, it all helps. If you're looking for something else to watch, up top there is my latest video. Down the bottom there is a video that YouTube recommends for you.